Okay, so let's talk about the way that we can do this another way, which is a dimension analysis way. Some students find this easier, so let me go ahead and explain it to you. This is the same as what I did over here. Essentially, all the work is the same. Now, I am going to take each reactant separately though, just like I did here, but I'm going to put it together with the product. So it's going to be like a reactant and a product, and then reactant and a product. And whichever comes up with the least number of grams for the product is a limiting reagent, and that would be the correct answer for the problem. So let's get started. So essentially the setup is the same for the very beginning. Remember over here we had to find everything in terms of moles. So we did this one and then we did that one. It's the same here. So we want to find everything in terms of moles first. So the setup is already what is given to you in the problem, the mass given to you in the problem, then the molecular weight to cancel them out, and then you say per 1 mole. Now here's where it differs. I'm going to continue on this way, and now I get to compare this reactant 1, let's call this reactant 1, with the product. Okay, so the product is water. So we're going to say, all right, if I have 1 mole of this, I have 180 grams of that. But in my problem, how many moles of glucose do I have? I have 1 mole of glucose. Okay, and the reason I put it down here is so that these two guys would cancel like this. Okay, but then I say if I have 1 mole in my problem of glucose, how many moles of water did I have? I have 6 moles of water according to my problem. Okay, then I say, okay, the only thing that's left over now is water. So then I come down here, oops, it's mole. Then I come down here and I say, all right, typically when I have 1 mole of water, then how many grams of this do I have? I have 18 grams of water. So then these two guys cancel out. And the only unit that's left over now will be grams of water, which is what I want to know in the problem. So if I solve it out and I say 18 divided by 180, that's 0.1, 0.1, and then I have 6 times by 18 divided by 0.1, then I am going to get 10.8 grams of water. Okay, you can pause the video and then actually calculate it out to double check my math here. Then I come down here and then I say, okay, but if I had 32 grams of oxygen to begin with, so now this is reactant 2 being compared to the product. Okay, so kind of like the same, like here we have the same setup from the beginning, but here's where we differ. Here we'll just help you solve for the number of moles for oxygen. Then I come over here and I say, all right, according to my reaction, which one of those had the least, or which one of those gave me the number of moles? It's the coefficients, right? So I say, all right, so if I have 6 moles of oxygen in my problem, according to my problem, then this cancels, these two already canceled. And then I say, okay, for every 6 oxygen, I have 6 water, so I say 6 water, 6 moles of water, rather. Then my answer will just give it to me in terms of moles of water. Well, I don't want that. I want to cancel it out. So I say, if I typically have 1 mole of water, then how many grams of water will I have? Well, the molecular weight of water is 18, so 18 grams of water. Then I am going to say, all right, so this cancels and that cancels. The only thing that's left over is grams of water. So grams of water. So 32 divided by 32 is 1, 6 divided by 6 is 1, so really this is just 18 grams then, 18 grams of water. So essentially, this is what your answers are telling you, okay? Your answers are telling you that if I say that the limiting reagent is glucose, and I had 18 grams of that to begin with, I can only make 10.8 grams of water, okay? But if I had told myself, no, oxygen is a limiting reagent, then I'm going to end up with 18 grams of water. Well, which is less? This is less, right? So I can say with confidence, okay, the least number of products I can make then came from the limiting reagent, which is a smaller smaller product, a smaller reactant to begin with, right? So it's going to give you a smaller product. So actually, this is the answer. And you can say that glucose was a limiting reagent. So glucose is a limiting reagent, and this is the product that you're going to end up with. Why? Because this is a lot less than this one. All right, so you've now seen 2 different ways to solve this problem. From now on, I'll most likely stick with this one, but I might be going back and forth between this one and this one. On the next step, I will show you how to do the ice method. And once I show you that one, I expect you guys to be kind of familiar with it, but ultimately it is up to you to choose which one you want to use. See you on the next video.